Hey, World Entertainment. And of course, we all know now that there's meant to be a brand new Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel series coming to Hulu. Now, after what we're seeing with Daredevil Born Again, I think people's expectations and excitement might be a bit on the down slope. However, we now are getting a lot more information about this series, in particular, characters, in the new characters that are going to be in this, and the fact that Buffy herself will not actually be the main focus of the show. That seems to be getting confirmed now. But let's have a look at this. So, following the recent news that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is officially set to return to send creatures of the night running for cover, we have some details on the new characters that are set to join Sarah Michelle Gellar in the upcoming sequel series that's in development for Hulu. Though Gellar will be back as Sunnydale's resident vamp hunter, she will be taking on more of a mentor type role this time. According to scooper Daniel Richman, the main focus of the new show will be a teen named Nova, who Buffy will take on as a trainee slayer. The casting call reads, looking for actual teens or actors in their 20s for all teenage roles. Open ethnicity for all characters. So, rather than because of the way Trump has signed these executive orders with DEI, they can no longer say whiteys may not apply. Now they just say all ethnicities, which is basically code for all ethnicities, but we're still going to go with this type. I also think it's ridiculous that to go teens or people in their 20s to play teens. It's like, that's weird. So we have descriptions for what these characters are. So, Nova, a high school vampire hunter, determined and fearless, balancing school life with slaying. Lead. Keep that. All of these people, bar one, are down as leads. So, Abe, Nova's father, a dedicated photojournalist between 40s and 60s. So that's one hell of an age thing there. It's interesting as well that her father is set to be as a lead. Mr. Burke, the school librarian who later becomes a vampire from, get this, between the ages of 30 and 60, also lead. Cole, the alpha of the group, confident and a natural leader, lead. So that'll be a black dude, no doubt. Hugo, a nerd from a wealthy family, has a thing for Nova but is awkward about it, lead. That'll be the dumb white dude, no doubt. Grace, Nova's best friend, fascinated by myths and a huge Buffy fan, lead. I'm assuming they're talking about the character, not the actual show. On top of that, how and why will they know about this? I'm still curious as to how they're bringing Sunnydale back, because didn't they sync that altogether? By the way, after Mr. Burke, they're the only ones we have age ranges for, because again, they said teens for all of them. And the last one, who's a supporting character, is called Maya, and she, I'm assuming it's a she, a social media obsessed student who gets caught up in the supernatural chaos. Good God. Gellar recently took to Instagram to share the following message with her fans, saying, so, you might have heard some news this week, but I realize you haven't heard from me. 3 years ago, I got a call from my dear friend and mentor, Gail Berman. She told me that she wanted me to sit down with Chloe Zhao to hear her take on a potential Buffy revival. I was blown away that Chloe even knew who I was, but as I've always done, I told Gail that I just didn't see a way for the show to exist again. We'd always been aligned on that, but this time I heard something different in her voice. I eventually agreed to go, mainly just to meet Chloe, and our 20-minute coffee quickly turned into a 4-hour adventure. We laughed, we cried, but mostly we both talked about how much this show means to us. While I didn't agree to anything at that meeting, I did shock myself by agreeing to continue the conversation. These conversations did, in fact, continue over the next few years, And eventually we added the incredible Nora and Lilia Zuckerman to our little tribe until ultimately, one day, we landed on an idea. I have always listened to the fans and heard your desire to revisit Buffy and her world. But it was not something I could do unless I was sure we would get it right. This has been a long process, and it's not over yet. I promise you, we will only make this show if we know we can do it right. And I will tell you that we are on the path here. I feel so lucky to be on this journey with these 4 unbelievably talented women, all of whom love Buffy as much as I do, and as much as you do. Thank you to all the fans who never stopped asking for this. This will be for you. So, it's saying here then, it remains to be seen if any other members of the original cast will return, but Charisma Carpenter recently said that she does hope to get the call to reprise her role in the show. Now, one thing that should be known is the guy that played was he Xander, and that his name, who unfortunately nowadays is off his head on booze and drugs, which is very sad, you know. But Gellar, one apparently of her stipulations was, don't even ask this guy back. You ask him, I'm out. So she wants absolutely nothing to do with him. So there's not a chance the likes of he'll be back. And there's one other, I can't remember who, that she very much doesn't want back. Now, of course, with the amount of time that has passed between the last season of Buffy and the idea of them doing a new one, especially under Disney and stuff, and the way we've seen how they try to update characters everyone knows and loves from yesteryear, it never really seems to land all that great, you know. X-Files came back, people, like, I enjoyed it, but I still could see, like, yeah, it really doesn't have what it originally had. The less said about Picard season 1 and 2, the better. So the idea of this happening now, and with the likes of Chloe Zhao, you know, the woman who absolutely annihilated Marvel as much as everyone else did, but you know what I mean, with the whole Eternals and crap like that, and people just didn't understand why she was given this type of thing. To be given Buffy also doesn't quite make sense, but you know, it's one of those things. Will it work, won't it? Who knows? If anything, and I think the fans were more so pushing for this idea, and I'm surprised this isn't the idea they wanted, was to make a movie, was to continue her story on the big screen. But they want to do it as a show. And hearing this thing, oh, we're not going to do it if it's not right, that's BS. It's like, you're going to pay me how much? You do right, you'll bloody do it. So we'll wait and see, but there's your new character list, at least for now. The new characters. So it's Nova, her father Abe, a librarian who becomes obviously the head vampire, Mr. Burr, Cole, Hugo, Grace, and Maya. So that's what's happening so far with none other than Buffy season whatever they would. Well, it'll be on Disney, so they'll probably call it season 1. We'll wait and see. And with that, I will leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.